is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
There hasn't been a game played where defenses don't talk about coming out on their toes and being the aggressor. But, boy, when you give up a return like that, you're really starting it on your heels. Let's see how they adjust.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Come on. It'll be Joe Mixon, born in nearby Oakland, California. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Murray. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
Now that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. You look at this Raiders defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Throwing now is Murray. His throw incomplete. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Murray now to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but he falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they at one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Throwing, Duggan. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them. That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
They'll try to run this one in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown! A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Yeah.
Back to Mixon on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Third down and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got some space here. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 36-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Mixon with a first down carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. You look at this Raiders defense. Now they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 9. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Here's Murray. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Now he's loose again. Now look out. He's to the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. And it is now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Play fake. Murray. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Duggan will look to throw this. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And his kick is indeed good. And the round is on. It's 24-0. So everything else is going right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Murray going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there forcing the completion.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Murray now. Shakes off the sag, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Max Crosby in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken at the 46. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Duggan to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Omaha. Big ass open.
Now Murray. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, wide open. Complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make it 24-7.
Dicker to kick off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. With a fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Hey, Ace.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Murray. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
This is caught, and he'll be out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Looking to throw. Murray, flush to his right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Murray to Mixon on the check down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They run for it with Mixon. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Slot man moves right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
This 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. We've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 161 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. In motion right goes Adams. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Darius Rush providing the hit on the play defensively. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Murray sees something. He's going to change it up. Back to Mixon on second down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
Hey.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Come back. Hey.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 171 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Raiders, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew,
never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.